Hey, what up you guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 215, and in today's episode, I'd ask you to just bear with me. I'm trying to explain something which I've seen a few videos on over the last few days, which I think is something which originated from a few people which then put it on the forums, or like Reddit and stuff, and has notably been made popular over the last few days by like Nepenthes. So it's basically the League SBC grind to hopefully make some good profit and get some League SBCs done and get some good packs. So that's what we're going to be tackling today, and I want to show you basically the method which I think is the best thing to do. So we'll get into it. You know what my team's looking like. You know I bought David De Gea and I'm ready for the weekend league. Mo Salah sold as well as a few other things. So this is where it all starts, right? You can see we started at 895,000 coins today. And we just start opening bronze packs. Now, when it comes to bronze packs, you want to keep the players. You want to basically get rid of nearly everything else. Individual player fitnesses, I think Nepenthes lists them. I just keep them because I do use them. And then like if you get like a +3 all attributes, you can try and sell that. Don't worry about contracts. Don't worry about kits, badges. Literally, I would just discard all of that stuff. So you can see just from a couple of examples of packs what I would do when I open the bronze packs. And then we'll get on to the next subject in a moment. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously like a method that a lot of people have been using, and I just wanted to try and condense it into today's like 18-minute episode of what it is you do, so it's not super long-winded. If you want to watch a much more detailed version, definitely recommend going and watching Nep's video from his Road to Glory, where it's like nearly 2 hours long, and it basically gives everyone a great idea of what you need to do. And that it actually kind of does work. You end up making a fair amount of money from this, but it is a long, boring grind, and it's like an ongoing thing. So I genuinely think that this is something that probably can keep going, especially while the market's like this anyway. Like, you kind of get some ridiculous pulls from packs anyway. I have anyway. But yeah, we started off with 895,000 coins and 550 players. We end some bronze pack method at 850k and 986 players. So I was able to add like 400 players to our Road to Glory. These are like the duplicates that have sold. You know, I just try and list them once. If not, I'll just discard them. And then from there, you've got a dash of bronze players in your club. You then go ahead and do the bronze upgrade SBC, and the players you use for this are the non-rare bronzes that are from leagues which don't have league SBCs, right? They're all you use. They're the only ones you use. So you stick them in and you're going to get a 2-player pack, a 2 silver player pack. One's going to be rare, one's going to be non-rare, and they're both going to be untradeable. But this is like, these players are effectively like worthless, really, aren't they? They're just players from leagues which don't have league SBCs, and you could just use them at your heart's content pretty much, because, you know, even if they come up in marquee matchups or something, like I think Calcio B players have this week, you can probably just earn them back by doing some more bronze pack method anyway. So, you know, unless you're super tuned in to what exact SBCs are out at that moment in time, you'll know which ones that you can and can't use. But it's basically using like the Airtricity League, the Danish League, the Austrian League, the Polish, you know, all of those leagues which don't have league SBCs. So after doing 45k's worth of bronze packs, and knowing that I've done a fair amount of bronze pack method in the past, but haven't really got that many bronze players left in my club, I haven't done this for a while, we were able to work towards and get like 23 of these 2 silver player packs, which will give us 46 silver players. Now, I do have some silver players in my club at the moment already, but you're basically looking and hoping to get a couple of players here that will be useful for your league SBCs. So when it comes to that, or these are untradeable, right? So you're either looking for players that will be useful in your league SBCs, or rare silvers that aren't in the leagues for league SBCs that you can quite happily start building up to use in another SBC down the path in a moment. So yeah, I don't know, hopefully this isn't too confusing for you, and if you do enjoy, I'd really appreciate if you do smash a like on today's episode. We will be getting into the weekend league tomorrow with our main squad, but hopefully today just be making some money. So as you can see here, I pack a Cardiff right back. We all know Cardiff is a very expensive team in the Premier League SBC. SBC. That's probably saved me 10,000 coins, that particular player, because I'll use him down the line when I'm working towards doing the Cardiff SBC for the Prem SBC. The idea is that you're pretty much going to be working towards every single league SBC on the game in this ongoing grind, and making coins along the way. So the next idea is that you go into the Icon SBCs area and you stick a bunch of the bronze rares that you just got from Bronze Pack Method, that are from the off leagues, into the Humble Beginnings SBC of a Prime Icon Moments or a Prime Icon SBC, whichever, there's like 50 of them there to choose from. So you're just doing that very first one to get a Silver Players Pack. Now, from those Bronze players, which are pretty useless to you, yeah, they're rare, but they're kind of useless to you, you're now getting a tradable bunch of Silver Players, which are going to be pretty useful for League SBCs, aren't they? Even if they're non-rare. You can sell the duplicates because you've already got one of them at that point. And I would, if you do pack someone from Cardiff or Huesca or one of the super expensive teams, I don't know, maybe you want to sell it on and think about getting that player back at a later date. Maybe you get him untradeable. For now, you might just want to keep him, because if you then end up getting him untradeable, you can just flip it over and sell the tradable one later on. So the next one is to go to the next SBC in the Icon, or the Prime Icon Moments SBC chain, which is called Rising Stars, right? And then you take the non-rare silvers, the rare silvers. Now, this is where I slightly differ from Nepenthes. He would tell you that you only use the untradables, and that's probably the wisest move. I didn't have that luxury in my club. My club is not that full yet. So I did use rare players that were tradable, but always from the off leagues that don't have League SBC. So I'm quite happy to stick them in to one of these, and then from that you get a Gold Players Pack. So you have now worked your way up from Bronze Pack Method to starting to actually get tradable golds coming out of this stuff. So this is quite good. From this pack right here, we've now got like 12 players, which are going to start these are going to form the basis of what we actually complete the League SBCs with. So we continue to do that. I've got another Silver Players Pack here, which means I completed another Humble Beginnings from the R9 SBC or whatever it was. And, that was just using bronzes again. And then we've gone ahead and got some more silvers that are going to be pretty useful. You can probably count along there how many leagues have actually got League SBCs. Nearly all of those players will be useful at some point. And then, as you can see here, I ended up going out and buying 1 or 2 players just to complete Rising Talent again. Because, like I said, my club's not as stocked up as some other people out there. I needed a couple of players just to complete it, and I didn't pay that much for them. But it was enough to then earn me this Gold Players Pack again. I'm sure that's probably all right to do. If you want to keep grinding your way and doing more Bronze Pack Method to then earn the Bronze Upgrade Packs to then get the Silver Players, then that's obviously ideal. And it's more of that. It's about time. It's about putting time into this game. If you've got a small amount of coins to work with from the start, you'll start to reap the rewards. So I've been working here doing this for couple hours, I would say at that point, just grinding away, doing little bits and bobs here and there, and at that point, once you've done as many of those Humble Beginnings and stuff SBCs as you can, this is the point where you start going through the leagues that have League SBCs to see if you have a certain amount of players from the club that you would then be able to complete that club's SBC for their league. Now, I went through the Prem, I went through the Championship, Ligue 1, Serie A, and I didn't have, which apparently the magic number is like 7. If you've got 7 players from a squad, then that's pretty much the green light to say, yeah, you know what, I'll complete this team, I'll put the players in that I've got, and then we'll just go out on the market and try and get the best deals that we possibly can to bring in the players to complete that SBC. Obviously, sometimes you'll come up against, you'll come up and see that you've got 11 players or 12 players from that squad, and then you can complete it nice and easily. But again, my club's not at that level yet. The more you do of this, the easier it will literally become. The more and more players you get in your club, the more you're going to have to complete each SBC, right? So Hertha BSC was the first team that I was able to complete. I had 7 players. I went out and spent a few of my coins to complete this squad, and then from that we get a small rare Electrum players pack from it. Now, this part is all down to luck, really. I luckily get boards, and from this pack I get a Brazilian left mid from West Ham. So we all know that's going to be an 84 rated Felipe Anderson. At present, this is like a 9,000 coin player because player prices are a little bit ridiculous. And this is where I'm not sure, if going forwards this is something that will necessarily work. Because if you pack him when he's like 3k or 2k, obviously you don't make as many coins back. So I wonder if this is like a short-term thing that is going to only last up until these player prices start coming down again. I wonder. I don't know. I'm not as much of an expert as anyone at doing this, so I'm just trying to show you the methods that you guys could sort of get on board with this as well, to get going. So we completed another team, and that gave us another pack. And from that pack, we very luckily got an 85 rated Paulinho. Now, this is a tradable pack. So, basically, if you get players which aren't worth anything, then you just store them, and they'll go towards adding to more SBCs for each league. However, if you get like an 85 rated Paulinho, then you're going to want to sell that, aren't you? You know, that's kind of stupid money to take. I got like 13 or 14k for him at this point in time. And then I found it to be the Bundesliga where I actually had a fair few amount of players. So from that, I was able to go out and complete Leverkusen. I bought like 4 more players for them, I think, or 3 or 4 players for them. And that was enough to complete Leverkusen. And from that, we get a Premium Gold Players Pack. From the Premium Gold Players Pack, very fortunately, we get ourselves a walkout, and that walkout player turns out to be Spanish centre mid, but an 87 Iniesta, who at present is 37,000 coins, and has before probably been about 12,000 coins. So it is nuts that the market is up so much at the moment, but if you can count the 37,000 plus the 9,000 that we got from Felipe Anderson, we're up to 46,000. And then who else do we have? Like 14,000 from Paulinho. That's 60k. We spent 45k on bronze packs at the very start of this. So we've actually got to a point where we're in profit. We're going to be in profit when they sell. We've got those gold players in our clubs from these packs. Our club still has hundreds more players in it than it did before. And we're like 4 or 5 chunks through the Bundesliga SBC. It's kind of all good. It all ends up sort of working together. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of grinding. And it's pretty interesting that this is something that can actually work. So, we do another one there. We do get boards, but we get a little bit unfortunate that it's not an amazing player. So as you can see, Paulinho, Felipe Anderson, a few other items that I either bought duplicates of accidentally or that I had that were already duplicates from the packs that I got. They sold, and we're up to 865,000 coins. The bronzes that didn't sell after a couple of hours, decided to just bulk discard them because we don't need them anymore. They're obviously not selling, just so we can make sure we keep enough stuff in our club, enough space in our transfer list so that we can work with it and open more bronze packs in the end. So after that, that's sort of like the main idea of what you do there, and you basically just keep going through your league SBCs after doing multiple packs here and there, and then once you get to a point where you don't have 7 players per team for any team throughout any of the leagues, at that point you're going to have to go back to bronze pack method again. Start up there again, open 100k's worth of bronze pack method, and you're going to be laughing because you're going to have loads of bronze players to stick into bronze upgrades, to stick into the humble beginnings and the rising stars or rising talent or whatever it's called, to then go ahead and hopefully start looking at your league SBCs, and maybe then you've got 7 players from a few more teams, and then you're getting packs from each team that you're able to complete, which then means you're going to get 7 more players for some other teams. So you see how it sort of works on itself. Now, from UEFA marquee matchups, I got really lucky. My pack luck hasn't been amazing for the past few weeks, but yesterday's video, we got Salah. We got a tradable Salah in our weekend league rewards, which is obviously very good, 85,000 coins. And then today, obviously, we've had 3 good packs from like the league SBCs that we've started on so far. And then we get an 85 rated inform, which is 29,500 coins. So we've been pretty lucky that our profit margins have really risen. We have got lucky with our packs, but I think we still would have at least broken even by continuing to do this. Or if it looked as though we were losing money, it's because we've not gone far enough into this yet, I think, anyway. So I hope that's kind of explained it in a decent way. I'm terrible at explaining this sort of stuff. Like I said, I would definitely recommend checking out, if you've got a couple of hours one night and you want to learn this a little bit more, check out Nepo's video, because he does explain it to decent detail. And this is me basically after watching that video and trying out a few things myself, trying to tell you what to do if you want to get involved. You know, for my viewers that are out there that maybe hadn't seen the net video or don't know what's going on in the community at the moment. So yeah, so from our marquee matchups, UEFA, we do get Caligiuri, who surprised me that he sold for 4.9k. I'm not going to lie. I think you needed to get an 82 or above in the Champions League players in order for them to be worth it. But yeah, we've definitely profited from UEFA marquee matchups, that's for sure. Anyway, so then you can see that Iniesta sold, and we are above the coin balance that we started the day on. Obviously, there's a Reina that's sold in there as well. But yeah, we're like 5 bars into the Bundesliga SBC. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, we're definitely done well here so far. So I go in and regular marquee matchups has come out. So UEFA one dropped off and regular marquee matchups came in. Thursday nights, obviously, that's what happens. And we were able to complete this one with no real issues or problems. It did feel like a waste. When I was sticking in like Roma players and stuff, I'm like, well, I need them for my league SBCs. But obviously to do these and unlock a prime gold players pack is pretty good as well. So that's the idea. That's what we're going to do. So from the first pack, I don't think we end up really getting anything. It was just like a gold pack, so it was a non-rare or something. No, we got Chris Smalling, who is actually a part of marquee matchups, probably sold for the money that I listed him up for. About 3k or so. I don't know what they're going for, the Man United and Man City players. Next up, we get, I think this is the poor pack. Yeah, not amazing. We get squad fitness, a few coins given to us. It's all going to add up, isn't it? Next pack, no boards again. We get Polish striker. That is Milik, right? So we already got him. He's a duplicate, so I can sell him. And he's an 82 from a popular league. So people that are also trying to fill out their league SBCs will obviously want to sell him or buy him, should I say. Benjamin Mendy was in that pack. Man City player, left back, Prem. So he sells for a decent amount. He's like nearly 4,000 coins, I think. 3,000 coins. Ginter, someone who's about 1,000 coins. So I think the idea is that when more and more people do this method, because there's so many more like bronze players and silver players brought into the game, it like brings the price of them down, which is a good thing. It means that this actually sort of kind of gets cheaper the more that people do it. I think people said, we're moaning at NEP. We get 284s in one pack, by the way. One of which sells for 7,500 coins. That's decent. People were moaning and saying that if content creators get behind this, all it's going to do is hike the prices of stuff up. I don't think that's really the case. So anyway, that's a bit of a whirlwind of an episode for today's Road to Glory. A little bit different to normal. We've got a lot of gameplay coming up over the next couple of days. So I wanted to show you that. One, we've got like 300 more players in our club than we did at the start of the episode. We've got more coins than we had at the start of the episode. We've got more squad fitnesses than we had and individual fitnesses than we had at the start of the episode. And we've got more ticks off of a Bundesliga SBC than we had at the start of the episode. So we've profited from today by quite a lot, and some of that is due to pack luck, but I think it can work either way. You know, if you didn't get crazy packs from it, then you're still going to be working towards something bigger and better. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So yeah, I hope that was good and a good enough explanation for you. I'm not claiming this method or anything like that. Obviously, it's been out there for a while. I just wanted to try and push it towards the 20,000 of you that watch this every day, you know, just in case that you wanted to get involved as well, because it's quite fun. And if you've got time and you're not playing games and you want to grind the menus, this is a decent way to do it. Anyway, smash a thumbs up if you found it useful or if you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow the Twitter, follow the Insta. Those links can be found down below. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will catch you next time, everyone. Peace.